Pyongyang is almost certainly doing the same again. But Mr. Kim has a second objective. The North is still far from perfecting its missile technology. After the Ukraine triggered an accelerated crisis all over. In this video, we will talk about the war in Ukraine, ICBM launches on the Korean Peninsula, protests in Iran, and the possible escalation between Iran and Saudi Arabia. Also, the fallout of Russia's invasion of the energy markets and economies, and why this is all just a restage for some bigger conflict. It should be clear for everyone that we are at the beginning of a turning point in history. The world will change. Don't fall for the normalcy lines. We are in World War III. It's just different than you think. Welcome to Dark World. Crises everywhere. It's getting crowded in the headlines at the moment. 8 months after the start of the Russian invasion in Ukraine, but everything is very now. Some are decades old, but all of them are dangerous. People might think that calling it the beginning of World War III is overdramatic, but just because we never believed that we could see such a scenario ourselves. Resource depletion, the energy crisis, failing markets and the looming dread of nuclear wars keeping us all awake at night. Let's talk about the conflict spots and answer the question, are they part of something bigger? But the war in Ukraine is still the biggest threat to all of us right now. Moscow installed official in the Kherson region has indicated Russian troops might pull back from the west bank of the Dnieper River. But as the United States sounded an optimistic note on Ukraine's ability to retake the strategically important southern city of Kherson, Kiev was more wary. This area includes Kherson City, the capital of the region of the same name, and the only major Ukrainian city captured intact since Russia invaded the country 8 months ago. It also includes one side of a dam across the Dnieper, which controls the water supply to irrigate Crimea, the Ukrainian peninsula Russia seized and later annexed in 2014. Currently, the Russian military are creating pressure on the Ukrainian public through mass drone attacks on electricity supply to This is creating shortages of gas and electricity, as well as putting pressure on electrically powered public transport. On October 31st, the mayor of Kiev said that 80% of the population were without running water because the pumping station had been blocked. Kiev and Kharkiv has reduced the number of electricity-dependent metro services to petrol and diesel equivalents to reduce the pressure on the grid. With the winter coming, Kiev will be struggling with keeping the lights on if Russian forces continue to attack the power grid in western and central Ukraine. At the same time, it seems like the momentum is on the Ukrainian side of the Kherson region. But the winter will slow down any advances and will give both parties time to reorganize. Moscow will have the time to introduce the new mobilized recruits into the army and stage new attacks in spring. On the other hand, Ukraine wants to liberate Kherson City and anything west of the Dnieper River to have a strong defensive position. Now here are some very interesting news. The Russian army seems to import Iranian weapon systems to use them in Ukraine. From Iranian drones to missile systems, weapons trade with Iran seems to be at an all-time high. At the same time, the regime in Iran is struggling with protests in the country. Why is Russia using Iranian drones in Ukraine? Iran is under heavy sanctions for decades now, and is also not known to be cutting-edge weapon manufacturing.